which we need to have for study of this complete subject or entire subject called as the refrigeration and air conditioning. So after a recap or after recap of the basic, we'll start our first chapter, that is nothing but basic refrigeration cycle and refrigerant. So I welcome you all to our chapter number 1, that is nothing but basic refrigeration cycle and refrigerant. So if we see the syllabus of this chapter, so we are knowing that this chapter is divided into 3 parts. First part is related to air refrigeration, second part is related to aircraft refrigeration, and third one is related to refrigerant. And total number of hours allocated for this chapter by university is nothing but 7 hours. So out of this 3 part, first part is nothing but air refrigeration. So the points which we have to cover in this first part, that is nothing but air refrigeration, is nothing but first of all we have to see what is meant by refrigeration, then what is the unit of refrigeration, then we are going to see reverse Carnot cycle with vapor as a refrigerant, then air refrigeration system, then based on air refrigeration system, next cycle will be called as a Bell-Coleman cycle, calculation of COP, advantages and disadvantages of Bell-Coleman cycle. And as part A is consisting of numerical treatment also. That's why we have to solve the problem based on the reverse Carnot cycle as well as Bell-Coleman cycle. So based on both the cycle, reverse Carnot cycle as well as Bell-Coleman cycle, we have to find out the values or we have to derive the derivation for COP, as well as we have to solve the problem based on reverse Carnot cycle as well as Bell-Coleman cycle. Then whatever part B is there, part B is called as a aircraft refrigeration. So this aircraft refrigeration is completely descriptive treatment or theoretical treatment. So here under this topic aircraft refrigeration, we are going to see what is the necessity of aircraft refrigeration. Then there are basically 4 types of aircraft refrigeration. First one is called as a simple aircraft. Second one is called as a bootstrap aircraft refrigeration system. Third one is called as a regenerative. And last one is nothing but a reduced ambient aircraft refrigeration system. So this is nothing but part B. And whatever part C of this chapter number 1 is there, that is nothing but related to the working substance in the refrigeration system, which is carrying the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, that is called as a refrigerant. So related to that refrigerant, we are going to see classification of refrigerant, then what are the desirable properties of all the types of refrigerant, how to give the nomenclature to the refrigerant, how to select the refrigerant for particular application, then what is meant by secondary refrigerant, then what is the effect of ozone depletion, or what is the effect of that leakage of refrigerant on the ozone depletion as well as global warming, then what is the meaning of total equivalent warming impact, that is called as a TEWI, then what is meant by alternative refrigerant, and how to use any of the software for refrigerant properties. So this is nothing but the syllabus, entire syllabus of our unit number 1, that is nothing but basic refrigeration cycle and refrigerant. Now here about the title of chapter. So as the title of chapter is nothing but basic refrigeration cycle and refrigerant. So each and every word from this title is consisting some meaning. So out of that, first word is nothing but basic. So the meaning of basic is nothing but fundamental. Meaning of basic is nothing but fundamental. Second word is nothing but refrigeration. So we are knowing the definition of refrigeration. So refrigeration is nothing but the process in which we are reducing and maintaining temperature. Process of reducing and maintaining temperature below its surrounding atmospheric temperature or below its ambient temperature. So process of two important words. First one is the reducing and maintaining temperature below its surrounding temperature or ambient temperature. That is called as a refrigeration. And whatever third word is there, that is called as a cycle. So cycle is nothing but systems. So whatever first part is there, basic refrigeration cycle. In that basic refrigeration cycle, we are going to see various fundamental systems where we are reducing and maintaining temperature below its surrounding temperature. Whatever first part, basic refrigeration cycle is there. So under that entire part, we are going to see the different fundamental systems by which we are going to, or we are able to reduce and maintain the temperature below its ambient temperature. That will be called as a basic refrigeration cycles. And last word is there, that is called as a refrigerant. So refrigerant is nothing but the working substance. Refrigerant is nothing but the working substance which carries the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, which carries the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. And that carry of heat may takes place because of change of phase of that refrigerant, or because of change of temperature of that refrigerant. So that will be called as a refrigerant. So this is the meaning of each and every word from this title of chapter. Now, so whenever we are so as our first section is completely related with the word called as a refrigeration, and whatever our second section is there, that second section is completely related with the word called as the air conditioning. So whenever we are saying refrigeration, then automatically the picture which comes in our mind, that is nothing but the refrigerator. Whenever we are hearing word refrigeration, then automatically in our mind the picture comes, that is called as a refrigerator. So that refrigerator is one of the application of refrigeration, one of the application of refrigeration. What we exactly do in that refrigeration, or in that refrigerator, what we exactly do in that refrigerator? So whatever here you are observing, that this is nothing but the water, this is nothing but the cold drinks. So here vegetables as well as fruits also we are keeping inside the refrigerator. So what is the main purpose of keeping those vegetable, fruit or water or cold drinks inside the refrigerator? It means here we are maintaining temperature of those substances, we are maintaining temperature of those substances below its surrounding temperature, or at a desired temperature, at a desired temperature. And how we are doing this? We are continuously extracting heat. That means whatever that refrigerator is there, that refrigerator is continuously extracting heat from that substance which we want to cool. And whatever that heat will be extracted, that heat will be rejected to the surrounding. That means here we are absorbing the heat. Here we are absorbing the heat from low temperature region. We are absorbing the heat from lower temperature region, and we are rejecting that heat to the higher temperature region. So here refrigerator is nothing but one device which continuously extract the heat, from the substance which we want to cool. So as we are knowing the definition of refrigeration, refrigerationची definition काय? It is the process of reducing and maintaining the temperature. Process of reducing, here two important word, we have to reduce the temperature as well as at the same time we have to maintain the temperature also. So the process of reducing and maintaining the temperature of any substance below its surrounding temperature, that will be called as a refrigeration. And how we are doing that refrigeration? So we are reducing and maintaining that temperature below surrounding temperature by continuous extraction of heat. How we are reducing and maintaining? By continuous extraction of heat from a body whose temperature is already below the temperature of surrounding, whose temperature is already below the temperature of its surrounding. So for better understanding, if you take one example, suppose here initially I have taken the water or water bottle. So suppose here atmospheric temperature is suppose 35 degrees centigrade. So initially whatever water will be there, that water will have its temperature nearly equal to atmospheric temperature, that is nothing but suppose 35 degrees centigrade. Initially temperature of that water bottle or water present in that bottle is nothing but 35 degrees centigrade. Now when I will keep that water bottle inside the fridge, and when I will start the compressor, or when I will supply the electricity, then after some times you will observe that the temperature of that water inside the bottle will reduce up to 30 degrees centigrade. Then after some times that will reduce up to 25 degrees centigrade. After some times that will reduce up to 20 degrees centigrade. That means what exactly happening inside this refrigerator? So whatever that working substance is there, that is nothing but refrigerant. That refrigerant is continuously absorbing the heat or continuously extracting the heat. That refrigerant is continuously extracting the heat from the substance which we want to cool, and that heat will be rejected to the surrounding. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी जरी त्या वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर 30 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड असलं तरी पण त्या 30 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडच्या वॉटर मधून काय होतंय, हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली जाते आणि ती कुठं रिजेक्ट केली जाते, 35 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडच्या ऍटमॉस्फिअरला रिजेक्ट केली जाते. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी काय करतो आपण, वी आर कंटिन्युअसली एक्सट्रॅक्टिंग हीट फ्रॉम अ बॉडी whose temperature is already below the temperature of its surrounding. So that process will be called as a refrigeration process. Are you getting? So that is the definition of refrigeration. And here whatever working substance will be there, that means for doing so, that means for transferring heat from low temperature body to higher temperature body, त्या वॉटर मधून हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब कोण करतंय आणि त्या सराउंडिंगला हीट कोण रिजेक्ट करतंय. So the working substance which transferred the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, that will be called as a refrigerant. That will be called as a refrigerant. So refrigerant is nothing but working substance in the refrigerator or working substance in the refrigeration system which carries heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. And the system in which this entire process takes place, entire process means reducing and maintaining temperature below its surrounding temperature, or continuously extraction of heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. So the system in which this entire process takes place, that system will be called as a refrigerated system. That system will be called as a refrigerated system. So 3 important points related to this point. First one, definition of refrigeration. Second one, definition of refrigerant. So working substance in the refrigeration system which carries heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, that will be called as a refrigerant. And the system in which continuous extraction of heat takes place to maintain the temperature of that substance below surrounding temperature, that will be called as a refrigerated system. Are you getting? So if you want to note down the definition, you can note down that definition: process of reducing and maintaining temperature of substance below its surrounding temperature, that will be called as a refrigeration. Now here, as like any physical quantity, now whenever we are considering any physical quantity, that means suppose we are considering power, again if we are considering work. So to measure the any physical quantity, we are having its own unit. That means we are measuring the power with the help of watt, kilowatt or horsepower. We are measuring the work in terms of joule, kilojoule. That means to measure any physical quantity, we will have its unit. In the same fashion, to measure the refrigeration effect, that means how much refrigeration we are doing, with the help of any of the system. So here also we will have one unit, so that will be called as a unit of refrigeration. So here, unit of refrigeration, that means to measure the refrigeration effect, we will have the unit of refrigeration, and that unit of refrigeration will be called as the ton of refrigeration. That will be called as a ton of refrigeration. So what is the unit of refrigeration? Ton of refrigeration, that is also called as a TR. So what is the unit of refrigeration? Ton of refrigeration is the unit of refrigeration. That ton of refrigeration is denoted by letter TR. So in the ancient era, or whatever this refrigeration concept was developed, that concept was developed in the Western countries. This refrigeration concept was developed in the Western countries. And firstly, whatever this refrigeration concept was developed, because whatever this refrigeration concept is there, that is since from 18th of century. That means in 18th century also, there were preservation of food. So whatever preservation of food was there in the ancient era, that preservation of food was with the help of ice, or with the help of ice block. So whatever lakes are there or whatever ponds are there in the Western countries, so in the winter season, because of lowest temperature, the on the surface of lake or on the surface of pond, the ice will be formed, and whatever that ice formation was there in the winter season, that ice will be utilized throughout the year for preservation of food in the Western countries. So why I am telling this story? Because here, while defining the unit of refrigeration, we are taking the refrigerating effect produced because of melting or because of uniform melting of ice. That means here we have to take the help of ice while defining the ton of refrigeration. So here, if I'm considering 1 ton of ice, here, if I'm taking 1 ton of ice, and suppose the temperature of that ice is nothing but 0 degrees centigrade. I'm taking 1 ton of ice, which is having the initial temperature as a 0 degrees centigrade. Now here over that ice, if I will pass the air, that may be atmospheric air or ambient air. So what will happen now? Whenever that air will pass over that ice, what will happen? What do you think? What will happen? Can anyone tell me? What will happen?
The temperature of the ice increases.
Temperature of ice will increases. अजून काय होईल? So there are two types of heat. First one is called as a latent heat. Second one is called as a sensible heat. When temperature of ice will increases, when temperature of ice will increases, we are knowing the melting point of water. That melting point of ice at 0 degrees centigrade, that ice will get converted into water, and at the same temperature, that water will get converted into ice. That means phase change will take place, but whatever transaction of heat will be there, that is latent heat only. So whenever I will pass the air over that ice, I will observe that ice will start melting. There will be the uniform melting of ice. There will be the starting. That means at the start, there will be the uniform melting of ice. That means here that 0 degrees centigrade ice, will start to convert into 0 degrees centigrade water. That will start to convert into 0 degrees centigrade water. आणि हे 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये होण्यासाठी 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये होण्यासाठी जी काय अमाऊंट ऑफ लॅटेंट हीट लागणार होती, ती कशातून घेतली जाणार आहे? ही जी काय एअर पास करतोय आपण, त्या एअर मधून ती जी काय लॅटेंट हीट लागणार होती, ती लॅटेंट हीट घेतली जाणार आहे. अँड हिअर बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सेम, त्या आईस वरून बाहेर येणारी जी काय एअर असणार आहे, आईस मधून बाहेर येणारी जी काय एअर असणार आहे, ती कोणती एअर असणार आहे? कोल्ड एअर असणार आहे. ती कोणती असणार आहे? कोणत्या टाईपची एअर असणार आहे? दॅट विल बी द कोल्ड एअर. आणि ही जर एंटायर प्रोसेस 24 आवर्स मध्ये होत असेल, जर एंटायर प्रोसेस 24 आवर्स मध्ये होत असेल, म्हणजे 24 आवर्स मध्ये 1 टन आईसचं 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस पासून 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये जर कन्वर्जन होत असेल, तर त्या केसमध्ये त्या ठिकाणी जे काही अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केलेली असणार आहे, अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केलेली असणार आहे, त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे मी, 1 टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणणार आहे. That will be called as a 1 ton of refrigeration. So don't confuse ton of refrigeration. Ton of refrigeration is nothing but measure of amount of heat absorbed. Ton of refrigeration is nothing but measure of amount of heat absorbed. So when I will define the ton of refrigeration, so ton of refrigeration can be defined as, ton of refrigeration can be defined as amount of refrigerating effect produce. आता या ठिकाणी नवीन वर्ड यूज करतोय, that is nothing but refrigerating effect produce. रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस. रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस म्हणजे काय, ह्या ठिकाणी किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब झाली, त्या ठिकाणी किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब झाली, त्याला काय म्हणतो मी, रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट. सो टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन कॅन बी डिफाइंड एज the amount of refrigerating effect produced by uniform melting of 1 ton of ice, by uniform melting of 1 ton of ice from and at 0 degree centigrade, from and at 0 degree centigrade. From and at 0 degree centigrade म्हणजे काय, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये करायचं आहे, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करायचं आहे. सो फ्रॉम अँड ॲट 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड in 24 hours, in 24 hours. So that will be called as a ton of refrigeration. Are you getting? थोडक्यात मराठीतून सांगायचं झालं, टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणजे काय, ज्यावेळेस मला 1 टन आईसचं ज्याचं की टेम्परेचर किती आहे, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आहे, त्याचं कन्वर्जन जर मला 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करायचं असेल आणि हे कन्वर्जन जर मला 24 तासामध्ये करायचं असेल, तर हे कन्वर्जन होण्यासाठी किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट मला सप्लाय करावं लागते, किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट मला त्या आईसला सप्लाय करावं लागते, त्याला मी काय म्हणणार आहे, टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणणार आहे. आर यू गेटिंग? सो टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन इज नथिंग बट amount of refrigerating effect produced by uniform melting of 1 ton of ice from and at 0 degree centigrade in 24 hours. Are you getting? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. Are you getting the definition of ton of refrigeration? या ठिकाणी काय होतं, सुरुवातीला माझ्याकडे 1 टन ऑफ आईस आहे, त्याचं टेम्परेचर किती आहे, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस आहे, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस आहे. त्या 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस वरून ज्यावेळेस मी वॉर्म एअर किंवा ऍटमॉस्फेरिक एअर पास करेल, त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे, त्या 1 टन ऑफ आईसचं किंवा 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये व्हायला चालू होणार आहे, 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये व्हायला चालू होणार आहे. आणि हे कशामुळे होणार आहे, कारण की हा जो आईस आहे, हा आईस काय करणार आहे, त्या सराउंडिंग एअर मधली काय करणार आहे, हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब करणार आहे. ती कोणती हीट असणार आहे, लॅटेंट हीट असणार आहे. कारण की लॅटेंट हीट कशासाठी म्हणतोय, कारण की ह्या ठिकाणी टेम्परेचर सेमच राहते, फक्त काय होते, फेज चेंज होते. टेम्परेचर रिमेन्स कॉन्स्टंट बट देयर इज अ चेंज ऑफ फेज फ्रॉम आईस टू वॉटर. सो आणि ह्या ठिकाणी अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केल्यामुळं, त्या सराउंडिंग एअर मधली हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केल्यामुळं तिथून बाहेर जाणारी जी एअर आहे ती कसली असणार आहे, कोल्ड एअर असणार आहे. आणि ही जर एंटायर प्रोसेस 24 आवर्स मध्ये होत असेल तर त्याला मी काय म्हणणार आहे, टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणणार आहे. सो टन ऑफ definition of ton of refrigeration. So ton of refrigeration is defined as amount of refrigerating effect produced, amount of refrigerating effect produced. त्यापैकी refrigerating effect produced चा अर्थ काय, amount of refrigerating effect produced याचा अर्थ काय, किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली गेली, किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ह्या आईसनं त्या एअर मध्ये ऍब्झॉर्ब केली गेली. So amount of refrigerating effect produced by uniform melting, uniform word राहिलेला या ठिकाणी, uniform melting of 1 ton of ice. किती आईस आपण मेल्ट करतोय, युनिफॉर्म मेल्ट करतोय, 1 ton of ice from and at 0 degree centigrade. From and at 0 degree centigrade चा अर्थ काय होतोय, from 0 degree centigrade ice to 0 degree centigrade water in 24 hours. In 24 hours. That will be called as a ton of refrigeration. So in your notebook, you have to write down this definition. Open the notebook, write down the definition, ton of refrigeration. All of you, please open your notebook. All of you, please open your notebook and write down the definition. Turn of refrigeration. So under that, turn of refrigeration कशाने indicate करतो आपण TR न. या ठिकाणी in bracket you can write as a TR. Turn of refrigeration in bracket capital T capital R. Turn of refrigeration is defined as turn of refrigeration is defined as amount of refrigerating effect produced by uniform melting of turn of refrigeration is defined as amount of refrigerating effect produced by uniform melting of 1 ton of ice by uniform melting of 1 ton of ice from and at 0 degree centigrade from and at 0 degree centigrade in 24 hours. In 24 hours. झालं? ओके. आता ह्या ठिकाणी जरी आपण टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणत असू तरी पण टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणजे काय? कन्फ्युज होऊ नका. टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणजे नक्की काय? एक टन आईसचं जे की 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टेम्परेचर आहे त्याचं जर मला 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये जर कन्वर्जन करायचं असेल 24 तासामध्ये तर ते कन्वर्जन होण्यासाठी किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करावं लागेल? किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करावं लागेल त्याला मी काय म्हणतो? टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणतो. म्हणजे टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणजेच काय? इट इज नथिंग बट द मेजर ऑफ अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट. इट इज नथिंग बट द मेजर ऑफ अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट आहे. आता जर मला ती 1 TR ची जर व्हॅल्यू कॅल्क्युलेट करायची असेल, if I want to calculate the value of 1 TR, then how can I calculate the value of 1 TR? How can I calculate the value of 1 TR? TR म्हणजे काय? या ठिकाणी 1 TR म्हणजे काय? किती अमाऊंट ऑफ लॅटेंट हीट आपण सप्लाय केलेले, किती अमाऊंट ऑफ लॅटेंट हीट आपण सप्लाय केलेले जेणेकरून 24 तासामध्ये काय होतंय? 1 टन आईसचं ज्याचं की टेम्परेचर 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड होतं त्याचं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये होते? 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये होते. त्याला मी काय म्हणतो? टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणतो. सो इफ आय वॉन्ट टू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन म्हणजे ऍक्च्युअली टर्न ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन मध्ये किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय केली जाते किंवा किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली जाते हे जर कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं असेल तर त्यासाठी मला काय करावं लागणार आहे? या ठिकाणी जी काय लॅटेंट हीट देणार आहे आपण, सुरुवातीला मला काय माहिती पाहिजे? आईसची लॅटेंट हीट माहिती पाहिजे. कारण की ह्या ठिकाणी काय करतोय आपण? 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करतोय. 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करतोय. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी काय करतोय? ह्या ठिकाणी फक्त लॅटेंट हीट देतोय त्या आईसला जेणेकरून 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये होईल. जर मला 1 kg आईसचं कन्वर्जन ज्याचं की टेम्परेचर 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आहे त्याचं जर मला 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करायचं असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये जी काय अमाऊंट ऑफ लॅटेंट हीट मला सप्लाय करावं लागते दॅट इज नथिंग बट 335 किलोजूल पर केजी. latent heat of ice is nothing but 335 kilojoule per kg. Q latent किंवा या ठिकाणी लिहितो latent heat of ice किती आहे? latent heat of ice is nothing but the value of latent heat of ice is nothing but 335 kilojoule per kg. ह्याचा अर्थ काय? जर मला 1 kg आईसचं कन्वर्जन 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस पासून 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये करायचं असेल तर किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करावं लागते? 335 किलोजूल. आता ह्या ठिकाणी 1 TR मध्ये मी काय करतोय? 1 टन आईसचं कन्वर्जन वॉटर मध्ये करतोय. म्हणजे जर एका केजी साठी जर 335 लागत असेल, एका केजी साठी एक केजी आयचं कन्वर्जन वॉटरमध्ये करण्यासाठी जर 335 किलो जूल एवढी हीट लागत असेल तर 1 टन साठी किती लागणार आहे? 335 इंटू 1000. 335 इंटू 1000 एवढी किलो जूल अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट लागणार आहे. आणि ही एंटायर प्रोसेस किती वेळामध्ये होते? एंटायर प्रोसेस किती वेळामध्ये होते? इन 24 आवर्स. म्हणजे एवढी हीट जर मी 24 आवर्स मध्ये दिली, एवढी हीट जर मी 24 आवर्स मध्ये दिली तर त्याला मी काय म्हणणार आहे? 1 TR म्हणणार आहे. म्हणजे जी काय डेफिनेशन होती 1 TR ची ते मी मॅथमॅटिकल फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये कन्वर्ट केलेली. कारण की मला काय माहित आहे? लॅटेंट हीट ऑफ आईस माहित आहे. लॅटेंट हीट ऑफ आईस किती आहे? 335 किलो जूल पर केजी. म्हणजे 1 केजी आईसचं 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस पासून 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करण्यासाठी किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करावं लागते मला? 335 किलो जूल एवढी हीट सप्लाय करावं लागते. आता टन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन मध्ये मी काय करतोय? 1 टन आईसचं 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड आईस पासून 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वॉटर मध्ये कन्वर्जन करतोय. आणि किती वेळामध्ये? 24 तासामध्ये. जर 335 जर एका किलो लागत असेल तर 1 टन साठी किती लागणार आहे? 335 इंटू 1000. आणि ही एंटायर प्रोसेस किती वेळामध्ये करायची आहे मला? 24 आवर्स मध्ये. आणि ही जर एंटायर प्रोसेस 24 आवर्स मध्ये होत असेल तर जी काय अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली जाणार आहे त्याला मी काय म्हणणार आहे? 1 TR म्हणणार आहे. सो 1 TR इज नथिंग बट 335 इंटू 1000 in 24 hours. So which can be written as 335 इंटू 1000. हे कशामध्ये झालं? किलो जूल मध्ये झालं. हे कशामध्ये झालं? किलो जूल मध्ये झालं. किती वेळामध्ये? 24 तासामध्ये. जर मला पर आवर कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं असेल तर डिवायडेड बाय काय करावं लागणार आहे? डिवायडेड बाय 24 करावं लागणार आहे. सो दॅट विल बी इन टर्म्स ऑफ किलो जूल पर आवर. That will be in terms of kilojoule per hour. So here, if I want to calculate this value in terms of kilojoule per minute, if I want to calculate this value in terms of kilojoule per minute, what will be this value? 335 into 1000 divided by 24 हे कशामध्ये होतं? किलोजूल पर आवर मध्ये होतं. जर मला किलोजूल पर मिनिट मध्ये करायचं असेल तर 24 तासाचं मला मिनिटामध्ये कन्वर्जन करावं लागणार आहे. 1 तास म्हणजे 60 मिनिट असतं. तर 24 तास म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? 24 इंटू 60 येणार आहे. सो दॅट विल बी इन टर्म्स ऑफ किलोजूल पर मिनिट. दॅट विल बी इन टर्म्स ऑफ किलोजूल पर मिनिट. So this is the value of 1 TR. This is the value of 1 TR in terms of kilojoule per minute. Can anyone calculate this value and tell me what will be this value? Which is equal to किती येणार आहे ही व्हॅल्यू? What is this value? कॅल्से आहेत का? ओके 232.64 232.64 kilojoule per minute. Kilojoule per minute. So this can be taken nearly equal to. This can be taken nearly equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. 210 kilojoule per minute. Now in your mind, the question may be, as by calculation we are getting the value as a 232.64 and we are taking that nearly equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. Why? Because we can round up that 232.64 into 235, or that may be round up to 230. But why I have taken that 210 kilojoule per minute? Can anyone tell me? So here afterwards, whenever you will be asked the value of 1 TR, so you have to tell always that value of 1 TR is nothing but equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. Value of 1 TR is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute. Now can anyone tell me the answer? Why I have taken that value from 232.64 to 210 kilojoule per minute, nearly equal to? Why not 230 or why not 235? Can anyone tell me? Why I haven't taken that value 232.64 nearly equal to 230 or 235. Why I have taken this value as a 210 kilojoule per minute? Can anyone tell me the answer? Do it fast. Yes. Can anyone tell me? Somdale. What is the reason? What is the reason? So reason behind this is nothing but whatever this definition, term of refrigeration definition is there, that is derived by the scientists from the Western countries. That is derived from the scientists from the Western countries. And in Western countries, if you take the value of 1 ton, so in our India, we are taking the value of 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. We are taking value of 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg, but in Western countries, that value of 1 ton is taken as a 907.18 kg. 0.18 kg, 907.18 kg. Whatever this ton of refrigeration definition is there, that is derived in the Western countries. So in the Western countries, while taking defining this ton of refrigeration, instead of 1000, they have taken that value of 1 ton is equal to 907.18 kg. So here also 907.18 kg, here also 907.18 kg. Now if you calculate the value here, instead of taking 1000, take that value as a 907.18 kg, which is the value of 1 ton in the Western countries. So you will get that answer 1 TR is equal to, can anyone tell me the value? Instead of 1000, take that value as a 907.18. So that value will be equal to 211 point something. That value will be equal to 211 point something. That will be in terms of kilojoule per minute. So 211 can be round up to the 210 kilojoule per minute. Are you getting? Why we are taking the value of 1 TR as a 210 kilojoule per minute? Are you getting the answer? Yes or no? Okay. So here the value of 1 TR is nothing but 210. 1 TR is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute. So for many of the multiple choice question or many of the competitive exam, this question may be asked. That is nothing but value of 1 TR is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute. Again, if I want to convert this value in terms of kilojoule per second, so kilojoule per second is nothing but, here per minute I am getting the answer. So per second, 1 minute is consisting of 60 seconds. So per second, that value will be equal to 210 divided by 60, and that's nothing but equal to 3.517. 3.517. That will be in terms of kilojoule per second. That kilojoule per second is also called as a kilojoule per second is also called as a काय म्हणतो kilojoule per second. That is nothing but kilowatt. So here always remember that value of 1 TR is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute, which is equal to 3.517 in terms of kilojoule per second, which is equal to 3.517 kilowatt. So in your notebook, after the definition of refrigeration, at least write down last line. 1 TR is equal to 1 TR is equal to 1 TR is equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. 1 TR is equal to 210 kilojoule per minute, which is equal to 3.517 kilojoule per second, 3.517 kilojoule per second, which is equal to 3.517 kilowatt. आता ह्या ठिकाणी जर तुम्ही बघितलं 1 TR ची व्हॅल्यू, तर तुम्हाला डेफिनेशन लक्षात येईल. 1 TR ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 1 TR ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 210 किलोजूल पर मिनिट. आता तुम्ही जर बाजारामध्ये तुमच्या घरातला रेफ्रिजरेटर आणायला गेला किंवा जर एसी आणायला गेला, रेफ्रिजरेटरच्या बाबतीमध्ये मॅक्सिमम टाइम आपण कमर्शियल लँग्वेज मध्ये TR वापरत नाही. आपण काय म्हणतो, रेफ्रिजरेटर घेताना काय म्हणतो, 210 लिटरचा द्या, 250 लिटरचा द्या, 150 लिटरचा द्या. In terms of liter, we are calling that refrigerator. But actually, in technical language, that should be called in terms of TR. In technical language, that should be called in terms of TR. But in commercial language, we are calling in terms of liter. तर 210 लिटरचा त्याचा अर्थ काय? 210 लिटरचा ह्याचा अर्थ काय होतोय? ही जी काय स्पेस असते, आतली जी काय स्पेस आहे, ती त्या ठिकाणी रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे. त्या ठिकाणी रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे. ती स्पेस किती मीटर क्यूब आहे किंवा किती लिटर आहे? कारण की लिटर कशाचं युनिट आहे? व्हॉल्यूमचं युनिट आहे. किती व्हॉल्यूम ऑक्युपाइड केलेला आहे किंवा इंटरनल व्हॉल्यूम ज्या ठिकाणी रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे किंवा जिथून हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब होणार आहे, तो इंटरनल व्हॉल्यूम किती आहे, त्यावरून आपण त्या रेफ्रिजरेटरची स्पेसिफिकेशन डिसाइड करत असतो. म्हणजे बाजारात गेल्यानंतर 150 लिटरचा, 200 लिटरचा, 210 लिटरचा किंवा 250 लिटरचा. पण जर तुम्ही एसी जर घ्यायला गेला, घरातला एसी जर घ्यायला गेला, तर काय म्हणता तुम्ही, 1 टनाचा एसी द्या, 2 टनाचा द्या, 1.5 टनाचा द्या किंवा 3 टनाचा द्या. बरोबर आहे? तर 1 टनाचा एसी द्या याचा अर्थ काय म्हणता तुम्ही? 1 टनाचा एसी द्या याचा अर्थ काय होतोय? Whenever you are asking for 1 ton of AC, what is the meaning of that 1 ton of AC? Thomas, whether you are getting the Marathi language?
Yes, sir.
Thomas, you understood Marathi language?
Yes, sir. I understand it.
Okay. Otherwise, if you are having any problem, that means if any word is not understood by you, you can interrupt me and you can ask me at any time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Is there any another student who is not knowing the Marathi language or who is not understanding the Marathi language? I think no. Okay. So for better understanding purpose only, in between I am using the Marathi language. So Thomas, if you don't understood, you can interrupt me and you can ask me the meaning also. Okay. So whenever you are asking for 1 ton of AC in the market, then the meaning of that 1 ton of AC is nothing but whatever heat absorption capacity of that equipment AC is there, that is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute. That means that AC where you are installing that AC should absorb 210 kilojoule amount of heat per minute. 210 kilojoule amount of heat per minute. Whenever you are asking for 2 ton of AC, you are asking, give me 2 ton AC. So the meaning of 2 ton AC is nothing but you want to, or that equipment should absorb, that AC should absorb 420 kilojoule amount of heat from the space where that is installed per minute. So that is the meaning of 2 ton of AC. Are you getting? Are you getting this concept? Yes or no? Ton of refrigeration? Write in the comment box. If you have understood, write Y in the comment box. If you haven't understood, write N in the comment box. And if you are having any query, you can ask me. Do it fast. Okay. So ton of refrigeration. So here, as we are knowing, the latent heat of ice is nothing but 335 kilojoule per kg. 335 kilojoule per kg. That's a 1 ton of refrigeration. 1 ton of refrigeration, what exactly we are doing? We are converting 1 ton of ice from 0 degree centigrade ice to 0 degree centigrade water in 24 hours. So as for 1 kg of ice, for conversion of 1 kg of ice from 0 degree centigrade ice to 0 degree centigrade water, if we are requiring 335 kilojoule amount of heat, 335 kilojoule amount of heat, then for 1 ton of refrigeration or for 1 TR, we are requiring that amount of heat absorption is nothing but 335 into 1000 in Indian unit. In Western unit, that will be 335 into 907.18, and that much amount of heat should be absorbed in 24 hours. So which is equal to 232.6 kilojoule per minute, and that can be taken as 210 kilojoule per minute. Why that will be taken as a 210? Because instead of 1000 we have to put the value as a 907.18. so that is nothing but 210 kilojoule per minute, which is equal to 3.5 kilojoule per second, or 3.517 kilojoule per second, which is equal to 3.5 kilowatt. So that is nothing but ton of refrigeration. So this is nothing but ton of refrigeration. Okay, now the next point is there, that is called as a coefficient of performance. Next point is there, that is called as a coefficient of performance. So as refrigerator is one type of machine, refrigerator or AC, refrigerator or air conditioner is one type of machine which works based on the principle of refrigeration or air conditioning. So for any of the machine, always we are measuring the efficiency, or for any of the engine we are if I want to measure the performance of that machine or performance of that engine, I am measuring that performance of that machine or performance of engine with the help of term called as a efficiency. So in the similar fashion, if I want to measure the efficiency of refrigerating machine, if I want to measure efficiency of a refrigerating machine, refrigerating machine means either refrigerator or air conditioner. So the efficiency of refrigerating machine will be measured with the help of term called as a coefficient of performance, called as a coefficient of performance. So coefficient of performance is nothing but measure of efficiency of refrigerating machine. Coefficient of performance, that is called as a COP. COP चा अर्थ काय होतोय? Coefficient of performance. So coefficient of performance is nothing but measure of efficiency of refrigerating machine. आता ज्या पण वेळेस आपल्याला efficiency measure करायची असते, whenever I want to measure efficiency of any of the machine, so efficiency of any of the machine is basically depending upon two parameters. Efficiency of any of the machine is basically depend upon two parameters. First parameter is nothing but what we get from that machine. What we get from that machine, that is called as the output. And to produce that output, what we pay for that machine, that is nothing but the input. So if I will take simple example as a heat engine. So in heat engine, what I am going to do, or in heat engine what I am doing, I am getting the mechanical work. When I am supplying the heat, to that engine. That is nothing but when I am supplying the chemical energy in the form of fuel. When I am supplying chemical energy in the form of fuel, so after burning that fuel, heat energy will be transferred to the mechanical work, and because of the same, at the outlet of crankshaft or at the chain sprocket, we will get the mechanical energy in the form of rotary motion. So to produce that mechanical energy or to produce that work done, we are providing the heat. So here the what we are getting, that is nothing but work, and to get that work, what we are paying the heat. So performance of any of the system depends upon two parameters. First parameter is nothing but output. Second parameter is nothing but produce that output, what type of input we are providing. So output is nothing but what we get, and input is nothing but what we pay for that output. So here, if I want to measure the COP of so COP is nothing but measure of efficiency of refrigeration cycle. So here, if I want to measure the COP of refrigerating machine, here if I want to measure the COP of refrigerating machine or COP of refrigerating cycle, so what will be the formula for COP of refrigerating cycle? आता ह्या ठिकाणी त्या जर रेफ्रिजरेटरचा जर मला सीओपी कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा असेल, त्या रेफ्रिजरेटरचा जर मला सीओपी कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा असेल, तर ह्या ठिकाणी ऍक्च्युअल प्रोसेस काय होते? त्या रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये ऍक्च्युअल प्रोसेस कोणते होते? हिअर वी आर हॅव्हिंग द वॉटर बॉटल which I want to cool. So here, whenever I am starting the electric supply, so whatever refrigerant will be there, that refrigerant will start circulating. So here, that refrigerant will absorb the heat. That refrigerant will absorb the heat, and here, whatever that refrigerant will be there, so in the condenser, that refrigerant will reject the heat. That refrigerant will reject the heat. So here, transfer of heat from low temperature body. Here the temperature is lower temperature. Here the temperature is higher temperature. So according to Clausius statement, or second law of thermodynamics, it is not possible to transfer the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region without add an external agency. That means here we require to supply the work. That's why that refrigerator will be called as a work consuming device. That's why until and unless we are not starting the electric supply, that means we are not supplying the external work, the temperature of water inside the refrigerator or water bottle inside the refrigerator will not be reduced. जर तुम्ही दिवसभर जरी वॉटर बॉटल ज्यामध्ये वॉटर फिलअप केलेलं आहे ते जरी तुम्ही फ्रीज मध्ये ठेवलं आणि तुम्ही फ्रीजचं बटनच चालू केलं नाही, तरी त्या ठिकाणी वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर कमी होणार नाही. त्यासाठी कारण की रेफ्रिजरेटर जो आहे तो कोणत्या प्रिन्सिपल वरती वर्क होतोय? बेस्ड ऑन द वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर, or refrigeration is nothing but the Clausius statement or second law of thermodynamics. That means until and unless we are not supplying the external work in the form of electricity, in case of refrigerator, so until and unless we are not supplying the external work, the heat will not be transferred from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. आता ह्या ठिकाणी माझं आउटपुट काय? त्या सिस्टीम मध्ये, त्या रेफ्रिजरेटरच्या सिस्टीम मध्ये माझं डिझायरेबल आउटपुट काय? कोण सांगेल? व्हॉट इज द डिझायरेबल आउटपुट इन दिस केस? कॅन एनीवन टेल मी? डिझायरेबल आउटपुट काय आहे ह्या ठिकाणी? कूलिंग इफेक्ट. ओके, एनिथिंग एल्स? Heat rejection. Okay, डिझायरेबल आउटपुट काय आहे ह्या ठिकाणी? माझं मेन इंटेन्शन काय? त्या वॉटर बॉटल मधल्या वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर कमी झालं पाहिजे का सराउंडिंगचं टेम्परेचर वाढलं पाहिजे? मेन इंटेन्शन काय आहे ह्या ठिकाणी? फ्रीज मध्ये माझं मेन इंटेन्शन काय? वॉटर मधल्या बॉटलचं टेम्परेचर कमी झालं पाहिजे का सराउंडिंगला जास्त हीट गेली पाहिजे? मेन इंटेन्शन काय? कोण सांगेल? What is the main intention for keeping the water bottle inside the fridge? वॉटर बॉटल ज्यावेळेस मी फ्रीज मध्ये ठेवतोय त्यावेळेस माझं मेन इंटेन्शन काय असतं? त्या वॉटर बॉटल मधल्या वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर कमी करणं मेन इंटेन्शन असतं का सराउंडिंगला जास्त हीट देणं हे माझं मेन इंटेन्शन असतं? कोण सांगेल? अनम्यूट करा आणि सांगा बिंदास. काय असणार आहे माझं मेन इंटेन्शन? त्या वॉटर बॉटलचं टेम्परेचर कमी करणं हे माझं मेन इंटेन्शन असणार आहे. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी माझं डिझायरेबल आउटपुट जे असणार आहे, माझं मेन इंटेन्शन जे असणार आहे ते काय असलं पाहिजे? जास्तीत जास्त हीट त्या वॉटर बॉटल मधली ऍब्झॉर्ब केली पाहिजे. जो काय रेफ्रिजरंट आहे त्यानं जास्तीत जास्त हीट त्या वॉटर बॉटल मधली ऍब्झॉर्ब केली पाहिजे. आणि जर हे जे सीओपी जर जास्त असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी काय पाहिजे, मला कमीत कमी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंझ्युम करून, कमीत कमी वर्क सप्लाय किंवा कमीत कमी वर्क कंझ्युम करून जास्तीत जास्त अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली पाहिजे. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी डिझायरेबल आउटपुट काय माझं, जास्तीत जास्त अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली पाहिजे. आणि ते ऍब्झॉर्ब करण्यासाठी इनपुट काय देतोय मी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इनपुट देतोय. सो व्हॉट आय एम गेटिंग हिअर, व्हॉट इज माय मेन इंटेन्शन, my main intention is to absorb maximum amount of heat, and that maximum amount of heat should be absorbed in minimum amount of work supply. आपण एखादी टू व्हीलर ज्यावेळेस घेतो त्यावेळेस आपण काय विचारतो, त्याचं मायलेज किती किंवा त्याचं अवरेज किती. अवरेज किती ह्याचा अर्थ काय, ज्यावेळेस मी 1 लिटर पेट्रोल, ज्यावेळेस मी 1 लिटर पेट्रोल, त्या ठिकाणी 1 लिटर पेट्रोल काय झालं माझं, इनपुट झालं. ज्यावेळेस 1 लिटर पेट्रोल मध्ये माझं जर अवरेज 50 किलोमीटर असेल आणि 1 लिटर पेट्रोल मध्ये जर माझं अवरेज 70 किलोमीटर असेल, तर इफिशियन्सी कोणती जास्त आहे, कोणत्या इंजिनची इफिशियन्सी जास्त आहे, ह्या 70 किलोमीटरच्या इंजिनची इफिशियन्सी जास्त आहे. का, कारण की माझं डिझायरेबल आउटपुट जे आहे त्या ठिकाणी, हे जे आहे ते काय माझं डिझायरेबल आउटपुट आहे. हे डिझायरेबल आउटपुट मला जास्तीत जास्त मिळते विथ minimum amount of input, with minimum amount of input. So similarly, as COP is nothing but measure of efficiency of refrigerating system, COP is nothing but measure of efficiency of refrigerating system. So efficiency आपण कशी मेजर करतो, efficiency is nothing but output upon input, output upon input. So in the same fashion, COP will be also measured, COP will be also measured by taking the ratio of output upon input. आणि ह्या ठिकाणी आउटपुट म्हणजे काय असणार आहे माझं, आउटपुट काय असणार आहे ह्या ठिकाणी, सो हाऊ मच अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट आय एम ऍब्झॉर्बिंग. सो दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट, दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट, that is called as a refrigerating effect. आणि इनपुट काय, इनपुट काय, वर्क सप्लायड. त्या ठिकाणी मी काय करतोय, हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब कधी होणार आहे, ज्यावेळेस मी इलेक्ट्रिसिटीचं बटन स्टार्ट करणार आहे त्याच वेळेस त्या ठिकाणी काय होणार आहे, माझा फ्रीज चालू होणार आहे आणि त्या ठिकाणी वॉटर मधली हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली जाणार आहे. दॅट मीन्स हिअर इनपुट इज नथिंग बट वर्क सप्लायड, वर्क सप्लायड. सो हिअर डेफिनेशन ऑफ COP, COP of any refrigerating machine, COP of any refrigerating machine is defined as it is the ratio of refrigerating effect produced per unit work. It is the ratio of refrigerating effect divided by work supplied. That will be called as a COP. आता ज्यावेळेस मी रेफ्रिजरेटिंग सिस्टीम म्हणतोय, त्या रेफ्रिजरेटिंग सिस्टीम मध्ये your refrigerator as well as heat pump both are working, refrigerator as well as heat pump both are working based on the principle of refrigeration. But in both the cases, in refrigerator my main intention is to produce the cooling effect. So the main effect, that main refrigerating effect is nothing but how much amount of heat I am absorbing. So refrigerating effect in case of refrigerator, refrigerating effect in case of refrigerator is nothing but amount of heat absorbed divided by work done. So COP of refrigerator is nothing but heat absorbed divided by work supplied or work done. But in case of heat pump, in case of heat pump is nothing but same as refrigerator, but main intention is different. Intention of refrigerator is to produce the cooling effect inside the refrigeration system or inside the space, and intention of heat pump is to increase the temperature of that system. So I will explain that refrigerator as well as heat pump with the help of suitable example or with the help of suitable diagram after this. But here at this position you have to keep in mind that refrigerating effect divided by work done is called as a COP. In case of refrigerator, refrigerating effect is nothing but amount of heat absorbed, and in case of heat pump, refrigerating effect is nothing but amount of heat rejected. So that is called as a COP. So we have seen the definition of COP. So coefficient of performance, that is called as a COP, is nothing but a ratio of, so in general definition, in general definition of COP is nothing but ratio of heat, या ठिकाणी heat extracted च्या ऐवजी काय यूज करायचं तुम्हाला, ratio of refrigerating effect to the work done on the refrigerator. And here, in case of refrigeration, the COP is defined as ratio of heat extracted in the refrigerator to the work done in the refrigerator. And in case of heat pump, the ratio of heat rejected from the refrigerator to the work done on the refrigeration, that will be called as a COP of heat pump. So this is also called as a theoretical COP, that is nothing but theoretical coefficient of performance. And mathematically, COP is nothing but Q divided by W. Here Q is called as a refrigerating effect, W is nothing but work done. Q is called as a refrigerating effect and W is nothing but work done. So point to be remember related to the COP, point to be remember. So before that, in your notebook, write down the heading coefficient of performance, in bracket COP. All of you, please open your notebook, write down the heading coefficient of performance in bracket COP. So after this, write down COP is measure of efficiency of refrigeration cycle. COP is measure of efficiency of refrigeration cycle. COP is measure of efficiency of refrigeration cycle. Full stop. Next line. COP is defined as it is the ratio of amount of refrigerating effect produced. It is the ratio of amount of refrigerating effect produced per unit work done on the system. Per unit work done on the system. So next line, write down COP is equal to. So whatever points I am giving to write you in your notebook. So purposefully I am providing this point because with the help of those points only, we have to take the reference of those points continuously. That's why only important points I am telling you to note down. So everyone, you have to note down those points. COP is equal to refrigerating effect divided by work done. Write down refrigerating effect. COP is equal to refrigerating effect divided by work done, which is nothing but Q upon W, which is equal to Q upon W. Q upon W. Okay. Now important points related to COP. So first point, at COP is nothing but reciprocal of efficiency. COP is nothing but reciprocal of efficiency. Why we are saying? Because whatever refrigerator is there, that refrigerator is nothing but a reverse of heat engine. Refrigerator is nothing but a reverse of heat engine. So in the next point you will get this point, because we are knowing we have seen the heat engine. In the IC engine we have seen heat engine. So heat engine is nothing but device which convert the heat into mechanical work. Heat engine is the device which convert heat into mechanical work. So always we are measuring efficiency of heat engine. Always we are measuring efficiency of heat engine by using the formula as a output upon input. So in case of heat engine, output is nothing but work produced, because heat engine is a work producing device. Heat engine is a work producing device. So output of heat engine is nothing but work produced divided by heat supply. Work produced divided by heat supply. And the basic cycle, the standard cycle or basic cycle on which heat engine works is nothing but the Carnot cycle. Is nothing but the Carnot cycle. And whatever refrigerator is there, so refrigerator is working exactly opposite. Refrigerator is working exactly opposite as that of heat engine. Because what is happening in the heat engine? In case of heat engine, always heat will be transferred from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. And while transferring that heat from higher temperature region to lower temperature region, work will be produced. But in case of refrigerator, in case of refrigerator, heat will be always transferred from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. It will be always transferred from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. And to do so, we have to supply the work to that heat in to that refrigerator. That's why refrigerator will be called as a work consuming device. And as we are knowing that the basic working cycle on which heat engine works is nothing but the Carnot cycle, whereas the basic working cycle on which refrigerator work is nothing but the reverse Carnot cycle. Is nothing but the reverse Carnot cycle. So the working principle of heat engine and refrigerator will be exactly opposite. Will be exactly opposite. That's why whatever COP is there, COP term is there, that COP. So efficiency of engine we are measuring with the help of efficiency, that is eta. So COP of refrigerator is nothing but reciprocal of efficiency of heat engine. Reciprocal of efficiency of heat engine. And always we are knowing that efficiency of heat engine is always less than 100%. Always less than 100%. That is maximum up to 40%. That's why here it is obvious that the value of COP of refrigerator will be always greater than unity. Will be always greater than unity. So this sentence is very much important. The coefficient of performance, the coefficient of performance is the reciprocal of efficiency of heat engine. So it is thus obvious that the value of COP is always greater than unity, because efficiency of heat engine is always less than unity. The ratio of actual COP. So for multiple choice question, this may be asked. The ratio of actual COP to the theoretical COP is known as relative coefficient of performance. Is known as relative coefficient of performance. So these are the two important sentences related to COP. So both the sentences you have to note down in your notebook. So I will give 2 to 3 minute time. So in that 2 to 3 minute time, you have to note down both the sentences in your notebook. Start. Completed? Yes or no? Have you completed? Yes or no? Once you have completed, let me know. So in between, one important announcement. So as today is the 28th September, so today is the last date for registration of GATE exam. So if anybody has not registered, for GATE exam, so today is the last date without late fee. So anyhow, today only you have to register for the GATE exam. Are you getting? And one more thing related to the SC and ST candidate. So as our college is AICTE approved college, and in our college we are having Prerna scheme. So under that Prerna scheme, so whatever SC and ST candidates are there, so they will get the complete registration fee refund in the form of cash, or in the that will be transferred to your account. So first of all, you have to register for the GATE exam, and after registering for that GATE exam, you have to send me that GATE form. SC and ST student, you have to send me that GATE form on my mail or on my WhatsApp, and after that the process will start. That means after submitting your GATE exam form to the FIR answer will start the process, and within 1 month you will get that refund amount also from AICTE or from government for SC and ST candidate. And for remaining student, in our college we are having a student scheme. That means if you are registering for the GATE exam, and if you are obtaining a non-zero score in the GATE exam, then also I think 50% amount of registration fee will be reimbursed to you. And if you are scoring, that means if you are cracking that GATE exam, then 100% GATE amount or registration fee will be reimbursed to you. So anyhow, today only you have to register for the GATE exam if you haven't registered. Are you getting? Okay. Now, the next point is related to concept of heat engine, refrigerator, and heat pump. Concept of heat engine, refrigerator, and heat pump. So already this concept of heat engine, refrigerator, and heat pump is covered in the second year itself in the thermodynamic class. But still, as a revision part, because we need to understand, or we need to have the clear difference between heat engine, refrigerator, and heat pump. That's why I'm repeating this part also. But already this part is covered under the thermodynamic, though this point is not in our syllabus. But as a prerequisite or as a basic requirement, we have to cover this point also. So first of all, heat engine. So whenever we are saying heat engine, automatically the picture which comes in our mind is nothing but internal combustion engine. Here we are supplying the fuel. That fuel will get burned. Because of burning the fuel, pressure or tremendous pressure will be created. Because of that tremendous pressure and tremendous heat, that piston will get reciprocating motion. To that piston crank, there will be the connecting rod. That connecting rod will be connected to the crankshaft, and that reciprocating motion will be converted into the rotary motion of the crankshaft. And after that crankshaft, the power decimation will be there after that crankshaft. So here, what exactly happening in case of heat engine? So whenever there will be the burning of fuel inside the combustion chamber, whenever there will be the burning of fuel inside the combustion chamber, the temperature of that combustion chamber, or temperature of that fuel burn, will be nearly equal to 1500 to 1800 degrees centigrade inside the combustion chamber. That means very high temperature will be produced. Very high temperature will be produced. So here, that high temperature, from that high temperature body, heat will be transferred. From that high temperature region, heat, Q2 amount of heat will be transferred to that heat engine. So whenever we are transferring heat, because this is the natural process, that means transferring of heat from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. Transferring of heat from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. This is the natural process, and that natural process is being taking place inside the heat engine. So here, in case of heat engine, what is happening? The heat will be transferred from high temperature region, and that will be rejected. That will be rejected to the low temperature region. That means towards the atmosphere. So through the silencer, that exhaust gases are coming out. Through the silencer, that exhaust gases are coming out, and that will be disseminated into the atmosphere. So here, from high temperature region, Q2 amount of heat will be supplied to the heat engine, and from that heat engine, Q1 amount of heat will be rejected to the low temperature surrounding. And while transferring heat from higher temperature region to lower temperature region, amount of work will be produced. Amount of work will be produced. That is nothing but work done by the engine. Work done by the engine. And here, the amount of work done by the engine is nothing but equal to, according to first law of thermodynamics, W is equal to Q2 minus Q1. W is equal to Q2 minus Q1. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी वर्क किती प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे, हीट इंजिन मध्ये प्रोड्यूस होणार वर्क किती असणार आहे, दॅट इज नथिंग बट द डिफरन्स बिटवीन अमाउंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाइड टू द हीट इंजिन and amount of heat rejected from the heat engine. That is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. Q2 minus Q1 is nothing but amount of work done by that engine. Now here, for this heat engine, if I want to calculate, for this heat engine, if I want to calculate efficiency of heat engine, efficiency of heat engine, so efficiency of heat engine is nothing but output divided by input. Efficiency of this heat engine is nothing but output divided by input. Here, if you see, here work is being produced. Work is being produced. That's why that heat engine will be called as a work producing device. Heat engine will be called as a work producing device. So W is equal to Q2 minus Q1. That much amount of work will be produced. So here, if I want to calculate the efficiency, so what will be the value of efficiency? Output divided by input. So what is the desirable output in case of heat engine? What is desirable output in case of heat engine? Here, amount of work produced by the heat engine is nothing but the desirable output. Amount of work produced by that heat engine is nothing but the desirable output. And to produce that work, हे वर्क कधी प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे, ज्यावेळेस मी ह्या ठिकाणी Q2 अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करेल, त्या हीट इंजिनला Q2 अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करेल, त्याच वेळेस त्या ठिकाणी काय होणार आहे, वर्क प्रोड्यूस होणार आहे. सो हियर इनपुट इज नथिंग बट Q और Q2. So W divided by Q2 is nothing but the efficiency, whereas value of W is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. Value of W is nothing but Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q2. So efficiency of heat engine, efficiency of heat engine is given by formula. Efficiency of heat engine is given by formula. Efficiency is equal to Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q2. Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q2. This is nothing but the formula of efficiency of heat engine. Are you getting? Now, exactly opposite case to that heat engine. Exactly opposite case to that heat engine, that will be called as a refrigerator. Now, what exactly is happening in the refrigerator? In case of refrigerator also, there will be two regions. First one will be called as a low temperature region. First one will be called as a lower temperature region. So this is nothing but the lower temperature region. Second one will be also called as a, second one will be the higher temperature region. But the flow of heat will be exactly reverse. Flow of heat will be exactly reverse as that of heat engine. In case of heat engine, the flow of heat was from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. Flow of heat was from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. ह्या ठिकाणी जर फ्लो ऑफ हीट बघितलं तर कुठून कुठपर्यंत आहे, हायर टेम्परेचर पासून लोअर टेम्परेचर कडे हीटचा ट्रान्सफर होतोय. बट हियर इन केस ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर, the flow of heat will be from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. Lower temperature region to higher temperature region. So here heat will be absorbed. There will be the continuous extraction of heat from the temperature or from the lower body temperature. So here Q1 amount of heat will be absorbed from the lower temperature body, and that will be rejected to the higher temperature body. But whether it is natural process, transfer of heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, whether it is natural process, no. So to occur this, according to Clausius statement, we need to supply. So here heat will be transferred from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. So if I'm considering Q1 amount of heat is being absorbed from the lower temperature region and Q2 amount of heat is being rejected to the higher temperature region, then here to transfer the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, we need to supply external work, that is nothing but W amount of work we need to supply to that refrigerator. So here this is exactly opposite case as that of heat engine. Heat engine मध्ये काय होत होतं, हीटचा फ्लो कसा होता, हायर टेम्परेचर टू लोअर टेम्परेचर होता. या ठिकाणी हीटचा फ्लो कसा आहे, लोअर टेम्परेचर टू हायर टेम्परेचर आहे. हीट इंजिन मध्ये काय प्रोड्यूस होत होतं, वर्क प्रोड्यूस होत होतं. या ठिकाणी आपल्याला काय करावं लागतंय, वर्क सप्लाय करावं लागतंय. आर यू गेटिंग? So as heat and work are interconvertible, that's why amount of heat rejected to the higher temperature body is nothing but Q1 plus W. Is nothing but Q1 plus W. Are you getting? Now here, if I want to measure the COP of this refrigerating system, so COP is nothing but desirable output divided by input. COP is nothing but desirable output divided by input. So desirable output is nothing but refrigerating effect. या ठिकाणी रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट कुठं प्रोड्यूस होते, या ठिकाणचं माझं मेन इंटेन्शन काय, मेन इंटेन्शन काय, ह्या ठिकाणून त्या लोअर टेम्परेचर बॉडी कडून मॅक्सिमम अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब केली पाहिजे. जेवढं जास्त Q1 आपल्याला ऍब्झॉर्ब करता येईल तेवढं जास्त आपल्याला ह्या ठिकाणी काय मिळणार आहे, कूलिंग इफेक्ट भेटणार आहे. सो माय मेन intention or my desirable output is nothing but amount of heat absorbed, that is nothing but value of Q1, and to absorb maximum amount of heat, from lower temperature region, I need to supply the work, that is nothing but desirable input. Or here what type of input I am supplying to absorb maximum amount of heat, I am supplying the work. That means Q1 upon W. Q1 upon W is nothing but the COP of refrigerating system. But what is the value of W? या ठिकाणी Q1 मध्ये मी W ऍड केल्यामुळे जे अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट रिजेक्ट करतोय मी, ते अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट किती रिजेक्ट करतोय, Q1 प्लस W एवढी अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट रिजेक्ट करतोय. Q1 प्लस W एवढी अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट रिजेक्ट करतोय. बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स, work and heat are interconvertible. That's why here that this work supplied to that refrigerator will get converted into heat. That's why amount of heat rejected is nothing but Q1 plus W. So from this I will get the value for W. What is the value for W? Q2 minus Q1. So Q1 divided by W is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. So this is the formula for COP of refrigerator. And here always keep in mind that T1 is less than ambient temperature. T1 is less than ambient temperature or surrounding temperature. त्या ठिकाणी T1 म्हणजे कोणता रिजन झाला, तुमच्या रेफ्रिजरेटर मधला आतला जो पोर्शन आहे, ज्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही वॉटर बॉटल ठेवताय किंवा फळभाज्या ठेवताय, ज्या की तुम्हाला कूल करायचे, तो इनर पोर्शन म्हणजे काय झाला, हा तुमचा लो टेम्परेचर रिजन झाला. and that low temperature region will have the temperature always less than atmospheric temperature. So here if I want to calculate the value of COP of refrigerator, so value of COP of refrigerator is nothing but output divided by input, here in this case output is nothing but Q1, input is nothing but W. So output is nothing but Q1, input is nothing but work supplied to the refrigerator, and work supplied to the refrigerator is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. So Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1 is the Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1 is the COP of refrigerator. Is the COP of refrigerator. Have you understood? Up till now, have you understood up to this point? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. If you understood, write Y in the comment box. If you haven't understood, write N in the comment box. What about remaining student? Okay. Now, there is one question in my mind. So you have to give the answer of that question. Now, there is one room. Suppose I am having one enclosed room. So this is completely isolated room from the surrounding. This is completely isolated room from the surrounding, and in that isolated room I am having one refrigerator. या ठिकाणी माझ्याकडे काय एक फ्रीज आहे. And here I have opened the door of that fridge. Whatever door of that fridge is there, that door of fridge is open. Okay. Now initially the temperature of that isolated room is suppose 35 degrees centigrade. Temperature of that room is suppose 35 degrees centigrade. Now in this refrigerator, suppose some substances or some vegetables or fruits are being kept, and now I have started the fridge with the help of electricity. I have started the fridge. So what will happen? 1 minute. Okay. So here, what is the condition? I am having one isolated room whose temperature is 35 degrees centigrade. In that isolated room, suppose I am having one refrigerator, and I have started the refrigerator. Before starting the refrigerator, the temperature of that room was 35 degrees centigrade. And suppose I haven't kept anything. त्या ठिकाणी काहीच put up केलेलं नाही, लक्षात घ्या. Only thing, I have opened the door of that refrigerator. फक्त त्या रेफ्रिजरेटरचा डोअर ओपन केलेला आहे आणि तो रेफ्रिजरेटर स्टार्ट केलेला आहे. आणि जर मी 1 तासानंतर किंवा 2 तासानंतर जर रूमचं टेम्परेचर मेजर केलं, तर त्या ठिकाणी रूमचं टेम्परेचर वाढलेलं असेल की कमी झालेलं असेल? त्या रूमचं टेम्परेचर वाढलेलं असेल की कमी झालेलं असेल? त्यावेळेस मी ह्या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रिक सप्लाय देतोय किंवा हा रेफ्रिजरेटर स्टार्ट करतोय, त्याचा अर्थ काय होतोय? ज्यावेळेस मी रेफ्रिजरेटर स्टार्ट करणार आहे त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे? जे काही रेफ्रिजरंट असणार आहे ते रेफ्रिजरंट काय करणार आहे? तिथून हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब करणार आहे. आता ह्या रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये काहीच नाही आणि डोअर तर ओपन आहे, त्यामुळं हीट कुठली ऍब्झॉर्ब होणार आहे? त्या रूम मधलीच हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब होणार आहे. आणि ती हीट जी आहे तो रेफ्रिजरंट कशाला रिजेक्ट करणार आहे? कंडेन्सर थ्रू त्या रूमलाच रिजेक्ट करणार आहे. सो हियर हीट विल बी रिजेक्टेड. So what will be your general observation after 2 or 3 hours, whether the temperature of room will goes on increasing or whether the temperature of room will goes on decreasing? काय होईल, काय सांगा? Do it fast. What will happen? Will tell me. What will happen? whether the temperature of that room will goes on increasing or whether the temperature of that room will goes on decreasing. लवकर सांगा रे बाबा, काय होईल? काहीतरी सांगा, तुम्हाला काय वाटतंय? Temperature of room will goes on increases. Okay. What about remaining student? Temperature will increases. Okay. So can anyone elaborate this answer? Prajwal, can you tell why the temperature of room will goes on increasing?
Sir, due to lack of surrounding air is same, so the heat extracted from the refrigerant is recycled in the isolated room, and the temperature of the air increases, and as we don't receive fresh air, the temperature of the room increases.
Okay. Any another answer? Saurabh Khadsare, what will be your answer or what will be your justification?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The temperature will increase because the refrigerator will exhaust more heat than the earlier. Due
Refrigerator
to
will exhaust.
more heat.
Okay. How?
Because according to the second law of thermodynamics, it will always means if we keep the door open, if we keep door open of the refrigeration, then there is a violation of second law of thermodynamics. That is, heat
Okay.
will always flow from high temperature to low temperature.
Okay. So here, if you see the schematic diagram, here what is happening? Q1 amount of heat is being absorbed. Q1 amount of heat is being absorbed, and how much amount of heat will be rejected? Q2 amount of heat is being rejected. And what is the value of Q2? Q2 is nothing but Q1 plus W. Q2 is nothing but Q1 plus W. So amount of heat rejected by that refrigerator is more than amount of heat rejected by that refrigerator is more than amount of heat absorbed by work done. म्हणजे जर QA एवढी जर हीट मी ऍब्झॉर्ब करत असेल तर त्या QA मध्ये W एवढी हीट ऍड होते, कारण की वर्कचं कन्व्हर्जन कशामध्ये होते? हीट मध्ये होते. आणि अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट किती रिजेक्ट होते? Q1 प्लस W. दॅट मीन्स हिअर व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट रिजेक्टेड is more as compared to amount of heat absorbed in the refrigerator. And here in this case, as door of refrigerator is open, that's why amount of heat absorbed is nothing but QA एवढी अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब होते. पण ह्या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी थ्रू आपण काय करतो? W अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट सप्लाय करतोय, आणि W अमाऊंट ऑफ वर्क सप्लाय केल्यामुळं त्या ठिकाणी जी काय अमाऊंट ऑफ काय असणार आहे? QA प्लस W असणार आहे. रिजेक्टेड हीट काय असणार आहे? QA प्लस W असणार आहे, जे की तुमच्या ऍब्झॉर्ब केलेल्या हीट पेक्षा जास्त असणार आहे. ऍब्झॉर्ब केलेल्या हीट पेक्षा जास्त अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट तुम्ही काय करताय? रिजेक्ट करताय. आणि दोन्ही पण हीट ऍब्झॉर्प्शन पण आणि हीट रिजेक्शन पण एकाच रूम मध्ये होते किंवा सेम आयसोलेटेड रूम मध्ये होते. दॅट्स वाय व्हॉट विल हॅपन? आफ्टर सम टाइम you will observe that the temperature of room will goes on increasing. Are you getting? Yes or no? What about remaining student? Are you getting this concept? Yes or no? Do it fast. Write in the comment box. If you are having any query, any question, you can ask me. Okay. So this is nothing but the refrigerator. Now last point is there, that is called as a heat pump. Now whatever working principle of refrigerator and working principle of heat pump will be there. There. So both the working principle of refrigerator and heat pump will be same. So refrigerator will be also called as a heat pump. listen carefully. Refrigerator will be also called as a heat pump. Only the intention is difference. Only the intention is difference. In case of heat pump, there will be again low temperature, high temperature. Here, in case of heat pump also, it will be transferred from lower temperature body to higher temperature body. For doing so, work will be supplied. जर तुम्ही स्कीमॅटिक डायग्राम जर बघितल्या रेफ्रिजरेटरची आणि हीट पंपची दोन्हीची जरी स्कीमॅटिक डायग्राम बघितली तर दोन्हीच्या स्कीमॅटिक डायग्राम काय असणार आहे, सेम असणार आहे. फक्त ह्या ठिकाणी दोन्हीमध्ये डिफरन्स काय असणार आहे, म्हणजे रेफ्रिजरेटरलाच आपण हीट पंप म्हणू शकतो. रेफ्रिजरेटरलाच आपण हीट पंप म्हणू शकतो. फक्त काय डिफरन्स असणार आहे, इंटेन्शनचा डिफरन्स असणार आहे. कशाचा डिफरन्स असणार आहे, ओनली डिफरन्स विल बी द इंटेन्शन. So in case of refrigerator, what is our main intention? Our main intention is to reduce the temperature. Our main intention is reduce the temperature of substance less than surrounding temperature. Less than surrounding temperature. And in case of heat pump, our main intention will be to increase the temperature of system or increase the temperature of space greater than the surrounding temperature. So whatever heat pump will be there, that heat pump will be utilized in case of winter season. In case of winter season, winter season मध्ये काय असतं, सराउंडिंग टेम्परेचरची व्हॅल्यू जी असते, सराउंडिंग टेम्परेचरची व्हॅल्यू काय असते, व्हेरी मच लो असते. सो इन दॅट केस व्हॉट वी नीड टू डू, we have to increase the temperature of our room. In the western countries, the surrounding temperature reduces up to 5 degrees centigrade, 7 degrees centigrade, 10 degrees centigrade. So it is not possible for human being to sustain continuously in that 7 degrees centigrade or 5 degrees centigrade or 10 degrees centigrade. So they are using the heat pump. They are using the heat pump to increase the temperature of their room above the surrounding temperature. Above the surrounding temperature. So whatever device they are using, that will be called as a heat pump. So in our Asian countries, we are not requiring heat pump as such, because the temperature in the winter season is reduces up to maximum up to 15 degrees centigrade. Maximum in our Asian countries, but in the Western countries that will be reduced up to 5 degrees centigrade also. So there we require to have that heat pump in the winter season. So here the difference between refrigerator and heat pump is only intention difference. Here our main intention is to absorb maximum amount of heat. Our main intention in case of refrigerator is to absorb maximum amount of heat to lower the temperature of that body below its surrounding temperature. Whereas in case of heat pump, our main intention is to reject the maximum amount of heat. Main intention is to reject the maximum amount of heat to the space which we want to heat, as compared to the surrounding temperature. So here whatever T2 value will be there, जे या ठिकाणी हाय टेम्परेचरची जी काय व्हॅल्यू असणार आहे ती तुमच्या सराउंडिंग किंवा एम्बिएंट टेम्परेचर पेक्षा काय असणार आहे, जास्त असणार आहे. सो हियर TA इज लेस दॅन T2. TA is less than T2, whereas here T1 is less than TA. T1 is less than TA. So refrigerator which is used in case of summer season, a refrigerator which is used in case of summer season to cool the substance can be utilized as a heat pump in the winter season to heat the space. So refrigerator and heat pump both are same, only difference is main intention in case of refrigerator is to absorb the maximum amount of heat, and main intention in case of heat pump is to reject maximum amount of heat. Are you getting? So here as we are knowing the formula of COP, COP म्हणजे काय आपलं, COP is nothing but ratio of refrigerating effect divided by work done. COP is nothing but ratio of refrigerating effect divided by work done. आता रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट काय असणार आहे, रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट काय असणार आहे, किती अमाऊंट ऑफ हीट आपण ऍब्सॉर्ब केली. सो रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट Here I will write refrigerating effect in case of refrigerator is nothing but how much amount of heat we are absorbing. How much amount of heat we are absorbing, that is nothing but QA. Whereas refrigerating effect in case of heat pump, desired effect काय heat pump च्या बाबतीत, refrigerating effect in case of heat pump is nothing but काय असणार आहे या ठिकाणी, हीट पंप मध्ये आपलं मेन इंटेन्शन काय, किती अमाउंट ऑफ हीट आपण रिजेक्ट करतोय ते आपलं मेन इंटेन्शन आहे. सो रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट इन केस ऑफ हीट पंप इज नथिंग बट अमाउंट ऑफ हीट रिजेक्टेड. तुम्हाला मी सीओपी ची डेफिनेशन सांगताना सांगितलं होतं, रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट हीट पंपचा म्हणजे काय असतं, क्यूए, म्हणजे किती अमाउंट ऑफ हीट आपण ऍब्झॉर्ब करतोय. whereas refrigerating effect in case of heat pump is nothing but QR, that is nothing but how much amount of heat we are rejecting. So here while calculation of COP of refrigerator, here refrigerating effect we have taken as a how much amount of heat we have absorbed, that is nothing but Q1 divided by work done, that is nothing but WR. WR is nothing but work supplied to the refrigerator, and value of WR is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. Value of WR is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. Similarly, आता ह्या ठिकाणी जर मला सीओपी ऑफ हीट पंप काढायचा असेल, सीओपी ऑफ हीट पंप कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा असेल, तर सीओपी ऑफ हीट पंप म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट डिवाइडेड बाय वर्क डन असणार आहे. पण रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट काय असणार आहे हीट पंप मध्ये, हीट पंप मध्ये रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट काय असणार आहे, how much amount of heat I am rejecting, that is nothing but the refrigerating effect divided by work done. So here refrigerating effect in case of heat pump is nothing but amount of heat rejected Q2 divided by work done. So here in case of heat pump, COP of heat pump will be equal to amount of heat rejected. refrigerating effect काय असणार आहे, QR. QR म्हणजेच काय, Q2 एवढी अमाउंट ऑफ हीट आपल्याला रिजेक्ट करायची आहे. सो Q2 डिवाइडेड बाय वर्क सप्लाइड ऑन द हीट पंप. सो हियर अगेन वर्क सप्लाइड ऑन द हीट पंप इज नथिंग बट Q2 minus Q1. Work supplied on the heat pump is nothing but Q2 minus Q1. Are you getting? So this is the formula for COP of heat pump. Now we have to find out the correlation between, COP of heat pump and COP of refrigerator. So if I want to find out the correlationship between COP of heat pump and COP of refrigerator, then here I am knowing that COP of heat pump is given by equation, COP of heat pump is given by equation Q2 divided by Q2 minus Q1. Q2 minus Q1. So this is the COP of heat pump. COP of heat pump आपल्याला कोणत्या फॉर्म्युला मिळतोय, Q2 divided by Q2 minus Q1. Now here I am knowing the value of Q2. What is the value of Q2? Q1 plus W. Value of Q2 is nothing but Q1 plus W. So instead of Q2 in the numerator, instead of Q2 I can put the value as a Q1 plus W. Q1 plus W divided by Q2 minus Q1. आणि ह्या ठिकाणी Q2 minus Q1 म्हणजेच काय आहे त्या ठिकाणी बघा, त्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये किंवा ह्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये Q2 minus Q1 म्हणजे काय येणार आहे, W येणार आहे. सो हियर इन्स्टेड ऑफ Q2 minus Q1 I can put the value as a W. So here this is nothing but equal to Q1 divided by W. So if I will separate the numerator, Q1 divided by W plus 1 will be there. So COP of pump is equal to, दिसतंय का, COP of pump is equal to Q1 divided by W plus 1 will be there, and here Q1 divided by W म्हणजे काय, Q2 minus Q1. So Q1 divided by W या ठिकाणी बघा, Q1 divided by W is nothing but COP of refrigerator. So finally I will get the correlation as a COP of pump. COP of pump is equal to Q1 divided by W म्हणजे काय, COP of refrigerator COP of refrigerator plus 1 will be there. COP of refrigerator plus 1. So this is the important correlationship between COP of heat pump and COP of refrigerator. So many of the exam, for many of the multiple choice question in the aptitude exam as well as competitive exam, this question may be asked, or based on this correlation, the problem may be asked. So COP of pump or COP of heat pump is nothing but COP of refrigerator plus 1. Are you getting? Yes or no? So same thing I will show on the PPT. As we are knowing that COP of refrigerator is nothing but Q1 divided by W, that is nothing but Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1. COP of heat pump, that COP of heat pump is also called as the EPR. This is also important. EPR is called as the energy performance ratio. COP of heat pump is called as a EPR, that is also called as the energy performance ratio. So that is given by Q2 divided by WP. So Q2 divided by Q2 minus Q1. And as we are knowing that Q2 is equal to Q1 plus W. So here in this formula, if I will put the value of Q2 as a Q1 plus W, so put that value of Q2, Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1 plus 1. So this is nothing but COP of refrigerator. So COP of heat pump or energy performance ratio is nothing but COP of refrigerator plus 1. COP of refrigerator plus 1. So that will be the correlationship between COP of heat pump and COP of refrigerator. Are you getting? So last sentence you can write, that is nothing but COP of heat pump is equal to, त्यालाच काय म्हणतो आपण, energy performance ratio is equal to coefficient of refrigerator plus 1. So now as the time is 11:31, so we will end our lecture here. I will take the attendance. Wait for 1 minute. Don't leave the lecture. Today's date 28 September. So today is the last date for registration of GATE exam. So everyone should register for the GATE exam today only. Okay, give the attendance. Roll number 1.
Present, sir.
2.
Present, sir.
3.
Present, sir.
4. Don't write attendance in the chat box. Roll number 4 absent. 5. Absent. 6. Absent. 7. Roll number 7. Absent. 8.
Present, sir.
9.
Present, sir.
10. Absent. 11. Absent. 12. Absent. 13. Absent. 14. Absent. 15.
Present, sir.
16.
Present, sir.
17. 17 absent. 18.
Yes, sir.
19. Absent. 20.
Present, sir.
21. 21 absent. 22. Absent. 23.
Present.
Absent. Okay, present. 23 present. 24.
Yes, sir.
25.
Present, sir.
26. Absent. 27. Absent. 28. Absent. 29. Absent. 30. Absent. 31. Absent. 32. Absent. 33.
Yes, sir.
Absent. Okay, 33 present. 34.
Present, sir.
35. 35 absent. 36. 36. Absent. 37. Absent. 38.
Present, sir.
39. 39 absent. 40. Absent. 41. Absent. 42.
Yes, sir.
43.
Yes, sir.
44.
Present, sir.
45.
Present, sir.
46.
Present, sir.
47,
Yes, sir.
48, 48 absent, 49,
Yes, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51,
Present, sir.
52, absent, 53,
Present, sir.
absent. Okay, 53 present. 54,
Yes, sir.
55,
Present, sir.
56, 55. Omkar
Present,
Palke.
sir.
What is your roll number? Rajwal. Yes, you are right. Okay, 55 present. 56, 56, absent. 57, 57, absent. 58,
Present, sir.
59, 59, absent. 60,
Present.
61, 61, absent. 62,
Present, sir.
63,
Present, sir.
64, absent. 65,
Present, sir.
66, absent. 67,
Present, sir.
68,
Present, sir.
absent.
Present,
68,
sir.
okay. 69, okay. Wadekar, okay. 69, absent. 70,
Present, sir.
71, 71 absent. 72,
Present, sir.
73, absent. 74, absent. 75, absent. 76, absent. Okay, absent number 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12,
Sir,
13,
11
14,
present. Sir, 11 present.
12, 13, 14, 17, 19, 21, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 48, 52, 56, 57, 59, 61, 64, 66, 69, 71, 73, 74, 75, 76. Okay. Thank you for attending the lecture. Here we are going to stop our lecture. Thank you.